Alright, to be honest, I quite frankly don't care if the lighting is weird. I just care if you can see me, which you can't see that, so I'm pretty sure you can see me. What's up everybody, I'm Haley and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do something different. It was really weird for me and I just felt the need to share it with you guys. Well, first of all, let me apologize for 3 things. One, for not uploading for like a month or a month and a half. I really haven't had any motivation to upload YouTube videos because really only 2 or 3 people care about my channel. Not even that probably. And I just didn't feel like getting the content out there because I didn't think anybody would watch it. But I'm gonna try to do this, and I filmed so many videos. I filmed a back to school DIY, and I was editing it, and then I watched back to school DIYs, and I was like, you know what, I'm never gonna be as good as them. So I was like, you know what, let's not go on with this. 2 is, if you hear like something in the background, it's my TV, because by the title, if you can't tell, when I tell stories or when I watch them, I have to have like a noise, and it creeps me out. And 3, I totally forgot what 3 was. Oh, and 3, sorry if my voice sounds raspy. I am sick, and I just got back from vacation, a work retreat, my mom's work retreat in Orlando, Florida. And I got sick the day before I went, and we just came back. And I'm still sick, barely sick, but my voice is still literally raspy, and I still have a little bit of a cough and a sniffle, but just don't mind that if my voice randomly cracks or anything. Alright, so let's get on to the real thing. So my first stalker experience, he was an 8-year-old. So Olivia and I went into Target and Michael's to go get back to school supplies, to DIY, and wait a second, I actually did DIY a bunch of them, like this one, except the back is, this one, it's not as cute, but it was my first one. Alright, this one, which apparently just messed up, and you have to put, I forgot to put Mod Podge on. Am I the one that calls it that? This one, the paint got torn off. And yep, so I'll just be probably peeling the paint off of that one. And this one I'm absolutely obsessed with. This one for science, and this is chalkboard, but it's permanent chalkboard marker. So I just put Mod Podge over it and then stick my H tape on. And it was a plain black one, but it has washi tape on it. And yes, May Baby, aka Meg, was like, if you guys go out there, if you see washi tape, don't buy it. You'll get addicted. Well, sorry Meg, I didn't listen to you, and I got addicted. So, and I put my name in there from the access. So yeah, those are just a few that I did in the video, but I never uploaded. Anyways, continue with the story. So I think it was in Target. Yeah, we were in Target, and we were walking around the back to school aisles, or the crafts and the back to school aisles, and we hear footsteps behind us all the time, and I'm like, Liv, do you hear that? She's like, yeah, it's just probably people walking around. It's Target. What do you expect? And I was like, yeah, you're right. So then later we see a little kid with a little basket with his stuff in it. And I was like, oh, he's just doing back to school shopping. But no, he wasn't just doing back to school shopping. He followed us around the entire time. So finally, we were just walking around to avoid him, and he kept following us. He was slightly behind us. So we're right here. We're walking, and he would slowly walk, and so we finally stopped to get the paint, and we were like, you know what, if he has to say something, he's gonna come up to us, we're just gonna stop here. So he stops, and right behind us, we're right here, so say these are 2 separate people. I don't know if you can see this right now because my viewfinder, it's nowhere to be found. Actually, I don't even have a viewfinder on this camera. What am I talking about? So this is me and this is Olivia. He stops literally right here behind us and is hovering over us. And then he taps Olivia on the shoulder and goes, "You're really pretty." And she was like, "Thanks. But that doesn't give you the right to follow us around the whole store." And he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I know this whole girl thing, blah, 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 blah." And she was like, "Well, that still doesn't give you the right to stalk us." He was like, "Well, I'm sorry for this, that, you know, I'm in," I think he either said third or fourth grade. And I was like, "Dude, you're literally 8 and you're hitting on 13, almost 14-year-olds. Like, please, I'm sorry, you're adorable, but you can't just follow us around." And then his mom called him and he walked back. And so then we were going into Michael's, and guess who we saw? That same kid. But he was with his mother the whole time, so he didn't stalk us around. Next thing, I don't know if it was, no, it wasn't that day, it was the day after. And so, if you guys don't know what Wild Waters is, it's a theme park in Florida. I don't know if it's just in Florida, but it's in where I go, it's in Florida. And it just has a bunch of, or couple slides. Hold up a second. Let me use this. So there was Alligator Ambush, the 3 other slides, there was the Kingdom slides, and the 2 bullet racers. So when we first walk in, it says 2 slides down for maintenance. Sorry for your inconvenience. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. It was like the 2 Kingdom slides, like right there when you walk into the entrance. And so that was the one that Mel, I don't know if you know Mel, she was in my blind makeover challenge, but Mel fell off of that one last time we were there. And because I have season passes, and it's only open during the summer, so, but like Mel fell off of that one last time we were there when it was open. We were like, okay, so we walked in and I was like, we got our sunscreen on, and I was like, hey, Liv, want to let our sunscreen dry by walking to the slides. She was like, sure. So we slowly walked up the little ramp to the slides. We go up to the very top, and it has a rope and it says closed. And we're like, oh, okay. There were 2 more slides down for maintenance. So we go over to the little food place, and it says 3 slides down for maintenance. Sorry for your inconvenience. The 2 Kingdom slides, the 2 other slides, that's 4. And 2 plus 3 isn't even 4, it's 5. So, like, no wonder they're down for maintenance, because those people can't count for jack. So we were like, oh, so there was the mini, there's also the no, I already mentioned that one. So there was a mini monster, which we didn't go down because it was literally a 5-second slide, and it was for the little kids. Then we went down the 2 silver bullets to race, and then we went down the alligator ambush so many times. And I think, yeah, we did go into the wave pool. And so then Olivia and I were stalking Mr. X on Tumblr. If you don't know who that is, he's just basically tormenting the One Direction boys and like letting out all their secrets by riddles. And so we were stalking Mr. X, and we noticed that there was somebody following us. We were laying in the little hammocks, and we were like, "Well, who's this?" And like I saw them every once in a while, but it seemed like everywhere we went, they were there, or he was there. It was an old man, and I mean like old man, 50s, 60s. And he was with his grandchildren. His grandchildren were with him, I think. Grandchildren, I don't know. They were really little. They were like 3 or 4. And so then so I was like, oh, he's just probably walking around. The people are just probably, the little girl and boy are probably just following us. It's going to be okay. And then I looked over at him, and he did this and winked at me. I was like, hold up a second. You're a 50, 60-year-old man hitting on a 13, 14-year-old girl. Get out. So then I was like, hey, Liv, can we go back over to our chairs? And she was like, sure. So when we did, you want to know who we saw behind us? That guy. So we started walking faster, and he still walked at the same pace, but keeping an eye on us everywhere we went. So we decided not to go to our chairs. We just, like, swerved through areas, and then we finally lost them. We went to our chairs, and then we went to the wave pool. The guy was right there. Are you kidding me? He was playing with his little grandchildren, and so then we got out, we went to the slides. They were right behind us in the slides. And he wasn't like, you know how regular lines are like that? Like, say this is the person, and then they're like that with the tubes. Yeah, he was right up on us. We were like, are you kidding me? So I like bumped him back, and he was like, excuse you. And I was like, excuse you for being all up on me. And then he was like, well, I'm sorry, my grandchildren are right behind me and they're pushing me. And I was like, well, they could be in front of you and you wouldn't have to be up all on me. So then we got up there and I went down and then, or no, Olivia went down and then the guy was still behind me. And he was like, you didn't have to be so rude. And I was like, well, you didn't have to be all up on a 13-year-old girl when you're like 50 or 60. And the lifeguard just like, okay, let me mention that the lifeguards are super hot there. Who? I mean, I'm way too young, but they're, who? Because where I go to school, all the boys that are cute, there's no cute boys at our school. And maybe one or two. But the boys that are cute are either assholes or they're just irrelevant and ignorant and they're with the wrong crowd. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to stay with the 7 or 8 friends that I have and avoid everybody else because I don't like my school. So, anyways, I went down, or like the lifeguard looked at me and I like looked back at him and he like went like that and I went like that, and because I think he was asking me if I was okay. And so then he pushed me down, and like when he pushed me down the alligator ambush, it turned me backwards. So I was terrified, but I ended up being fine. And so then we were leaving. And then I was like, wait, Dad, can we just stay for 10 more minutes? I just want to go hang out in the hammocks. He was like, sure. So as we were leaving, the guy was following us, and he left. Hallelujah. So we turned around, went back into the hammocks. 5 minutes later, what did we see? Him entering back in. No grandchildren, just him. He left with his grandchildren, but no, just him. And so then we were like, oh my God, are you kidding me? So we stayed there, and then he came by us when we were leaving, and he like hit me and Olivia, or like he like bumped into my shoulder, like, you know how like in school, if like some person, I don't know if this happens at your school, but at my school, if somebody that you don't like, they like bump your shoulder, and like we don't carry our books because we're not allowed to have lockers because my school is so bad that they brought some kids hid weapons and drugs and alcohol in their lockers, so we're only allowed to have gym lockers. So like we carry our backpacks at all times. And I don't know if that's with normal every school. I don't know. I don't go to a normal school. And so like he like bumped me and I bumped into Olivia, and I turned around and I was like, are you kidding me? He was like, what? And I was like, you bumped into me, please don't be rude. And he was like, he like got all buff and was like, well, I wasn't being rude, I just simply tripped over my flip-flop. I looked down. He wasn't wearing shoes. Oh, this dude is psycho. He must have been on drugs or something. I don't know. But then we left and he left at the same time, and so like Dad was like, hey, go this way, or he was like, oh, we're gonna go straight to the truck. And I was like, okay. So Olivia and I just like swerved in different places. Like she went one path and I went the other path. We eventually like ran to the truck and got in and like hid down, and we didn't see him after that. But it was creepy and I did not enjoy it at all, except the little 8-year-old. He was funny, but it was annoying. If you guys have any like stalker or near-death experiences, which this wasn't a near-death experience, but I want to read the comments, leave them down below in the comments. And make sure you subscribe to see more videos from me, and it'll get me motivated to upload. And I might be doing some beauty videos on here. I don't know if my pink lipstick's still on. Wait a second. I'm gonna be mad if my pink lipstick's not on. Well, it's kinda on. Yeah. But yeah, I might do some beauty videos, so if you would like that, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. And it just helps a lot, and it gets my video out there. And if you want to share it with your friends and share my channel, and yeah, just make sure you subscribe too. And I forgot to say thank you for 100 subscribers. And I will, comment your opinions down below, your near-death experiences or your stalker experiences, and what you would like to see next. And I love you guys.
This is the night. Oh, yeah. I just want